Imagine a world where diseases like cancer, Alzheimer's, or heart disease are stopped in their tracks long before you ever feel a single symptom. A world where medicine isn't about treating sickness, but about preserving wellness. This isn't science fiction. This is the future, and it's been written in the very code of life itself, our DNA. For centuries, medicine has been reactive. We wait for symptoms, a cough, a pain, a lump. Then we try to figure out what's wrong. But what if we could get ahead of the disease? What if we could look into our own biological blueprint and see the vulnerabilities, the tiny typos in our genetic code that could lead to major health problems down the road? This is the incredible promise of DNA-based medicine. By combining the power of artificial intelligence, lightning-fast genetic sequencing, and groundbreaking biotechnology, we are entering a new era of healthcare, an era of proactive, personalize, and predictive medicine. So, how does it all work? It starts with you, or more specifically, your genome. Your genome is the complete set of DNA, including all of your genes. It contains the instructions for building and maintaining your entire body. A simple saliva or blood sample is all it takes to have your entire genome sequenced. Just a decade or two ago, sequencing a single human genome was a monumental task, costing billions of dollars and taking years to complete. Today, thanks to incredible technological advancements, it can be done in a matter of hours for a fraction of the cost. This accessibility has blown the doors wide open for a medical revolution. Once your DNA is sequenced, that's when the magic of AI comes in. We're talking about massive amounts of data, 3 billion base pairs in the human genome. It's impossible for a human to analyze this alone, but powerful algorithms can scan your genetic code, comparing it to vast databases of genetic information from millions of other people. These AI systems are trained to spot patterns. They can identify specific genetic variations, sometimes called mutations or variants, that are linked to an increased risk of certain diseases. Think of it like a highly advanced spell checker for your DNA. It's not just looking for obvious errors. It's looking for subtle clues, combinations of genes that, together, might predispose you to a condition like type 2 diabetes, heart disease, or even certain types of cancer. This gives you and your doctor an unprecedented advantage. Foresight. If you know you have a high genetic risk for a particular condition, you can take action long before it develops. This might mean making specific lifestyle changes like altering your diet or exercise routine. For example, if you have a genetic predisposition to high cholesterol, you can adopt a heart-healthy diet early in life, potentially avoiding the need for medication later on. It can also mean more targeted screening. Let's talk about cancer. Certain genes, like BRCA1 and BRCA2, are famously linked to a higher risk of breast and ovarian cancer. A woman who discovers she carries one of these mutations might choose to begin mammograms at a much earlier age or undergo more frequent screenings. This proactive surveillance dramatically increases the chances of catching any potential cancer at its earliest, most treatable stage. This isn't just a hypothetical, it's saving lives right now, but prediction is only half of the story. The other, perhaps even more exciting, part is treatment. This is where we move into the realm of precision medicine. Traditional medicine often uses a one-size-fits-all approach. If 100 people have the same type of cancer, they might all receive the same chemotherapy regimen. But we know this doesn't work for everyone. Some people respond well, while others have severe side effects with little benefit. Why? Because their cancers, while appearing similar, are genetically different at the molecular level. DNA-based medicine changes the game entirely. By sequencing the tumor's DNA, doctors can identify the specific mutations driving its growth. With this information, they can select a drug that directly targets that mutation. This is called targeted therapy. It's like using a smart bomb. Instead of a carpet bomb, it attacks the cancer cells while leaving healthy cells largely unharmed. This leads to more effective treatments with fewer debilitating side effects. It's transforming oncology, turning what were once grim diagnoses into manageable chronic conditions. And it goes even further. Have you ever wondered why a certain medication works wonders for your friend but does nothing for you, or gives you terrible side effects? The answer is often in your genes. An entire field called pharmacogenomics studies how your DNA affects your response to drugs. Your genetic makeup can determine how quickly you metabolize a certain medication. If you metabolize it too quickly, it might not have a chance to work. If you metabolize it too slowly, it could build up in your system and cause toxic side effects. By analyzing your genes, doctors can prescribe the right drug at the right dose just for you. This is already being used for medications ranging from antidepressants to blood thinners, making treatments safer and more effective. Perhaps the most mind-blowing frontier in DNA-based medicine is gene editing. This is where we go from predicting and treating disease to potentially curing it at its source. Technologies like CRISPR-Cas9 are often described as molecular scissors. They allow scientists to go into the DNA, find a faulty gene, and precisely cut it out, replacing it with a healthy copy. Think about the implications for rare genetic disorders. Conditions like cystic fibrosis, sickle cell anemia, and Huntington's disease are caused by a single faulty gene. For generations, these have been devastating, lifelong illnesses with limited treatment options. Now, we are on the cusp of correcting these genetic errors directly. Clinical trials are already underway. Patients with sickle cell anemia have had their own stem cells removed, edited with CRISPR to fix the genetic defect, and then infused back into their bodies. The results have been life-changing, with some patients essentially being cured of the disease. This is a monumental leap forward, moving from managing symptoms to providing a definitive cure. Of course, with great power comes great responsibility. The rise of DNA-based medicine raises important ethical questions. Who has access to your genetic data? How is your privacy protected? Could this information be used by insurance companies or employers to discriminate against you? These are critical conversations we need to have as a society to ensure this technology is used equitably and ethically. We need strong regulations and safeguards to build a system based on trust and patient empowerment. But the potential is undeniable. We are standing at the dawn of a new age. The fusion of biology and technology is creating a future where your genetic code is not your destiny, but a roadmap to a longer, healthier life. A future where we don't just fight diseases. We prevent them from ever taking hold. It's a fundamental shift in our relationship with our own bodies and our own health. The secrets to defeating humanity's most persistent diseases are hidden within us, in the elegant, complex, and beautiful language of our DNA, and we are finally learning how to read it. The journey is just beginning, but the destination is clear. A world where medicine is truly personalized, predictive, and a powerful force for wellness. Thanks for watching. If you found this glimpse into the future of medicine as fascinating as I do, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you won't miss our next video exploring the cutting edge of science and technology. See you next time.